Well, this is the Legal Diversity Pipeline Project, and we began this through conversations that we had amongst attorneys in the firm, recognizing that we're not diverse enough.
When you look at Bowling Green, we have a very diverse community. I think right now the statistics are about 1 out of 10 people who live here in Bowling Green were not born in the United States. And you think about that in terms of the diversity in our community, and it hasn't translated into the legal field or into the law enforcement field here in the area. And we wanted to look at ways to improve that.
When I was a law student in the mid-70s, 50% female, which was new at that time, and we considered that adding diversity to the profession. Well, it's a much broader issue than that, a much broader concern than that.
One of the problems, if you look at our judicial system here in Bowling Green, is there are very few diverse attorneys. There are no diverse judges. I'm not suggesting that is a problem, but I'm suggesting that it does cause some mistrust when people become part of the system.
To increase their trust in the court and their belief that when they come to court they're treated fairly.
The more diverse the legal field is, the more trusted individuals are going to have with it when they come in contact with someone in the legal field.
It's so important for our legal profession, for our law firm, to reflect the diversity of the community that we are serving, so that the people we are serving, the families we serve, the clients we serve, feel welcome, feel comfortable, and feel at ease, so that we can connect with them and help them in the best way possible.
One of the things that we saw is that people with diverse backgrounds were graduating from law school, they weren't coming to Bowling Green. Or if they were from a different community and they were graduating from law school, they had no reason to come back to Bowling Green because they had no ties here. And so we started looking at ways to address that issue.
And through those conversations, we came up with the Legal Diversity Pipeline Project, where we would reach out to high schools, especially diverse populations of students in high school, and talk to them about the profession and encourage them to explore careers in the law as options for them when they graduate from high school or go to college and beyond.
We got an email and then had a visit with Rebecca Simpson and with Bob Young at ELPO. And they came in and we just really brainstormed a little bit about what we thought could be done in terms of helping students understand what types of career opportunities existed in the legal field and why diversity in the legal field is so important.
When I was in high school, there were no opportunities really for exposing students to possible careers. If you did not have parents, logistically that would share those types of things with you, you just didn't get them. Or if you didn't have the knowledge from older siblings, you just didn't have some of that knowledge. I would have truly gone to law school had I been exposed to that type of experience at the age that this project has given and allowed for our students to partake in.
Thinking back to my own high school times, it was then that I guess the seeds are planted for the profession that I would be interested in, the type of work that I would aspire to do.
By the time seniors are exposed to this kind of information, they have already made decisions of where they want to go or what they want to do, and some of them unfortunately have made some decisions that that make it more challenging to be able to do something based on previous grades or previous behavior issues and things. So what we have found is that freshmen are great because they're starting off with a clean slate.
And that was one of the goals of the program in terms of developing it, is to get individuals interested in the law at an early age, especially those with ties to the community. Because trying to attract someone with a diverse background to Bowling Green is tough, but if someone lives here, they graduate from law school, they're going to have every reason in the world to come back here.
Myself, at a young age, in high school, these type of programs have a lasting effect on students, and definitely pushes them towards pursuing those type of things. I was in a similar program through in high school with WKU, and that really pushed me to go to college and specifically WKU. So this program is modeled almost in the same way at targeting students to go into the law field, and specifically students who would otherwise kind of be counted out.
And again, the project has allowed them to not just see what law is, but to know that it's bigger than just being an attorney. It's bigger than just being a police officer.
I think talking with them early on about different options that are available to them and talking to them about what we do and why we love what we do, and letting them know at an early age that their diversity, their cultural differences, their sexual orientation differences, their racial differences, their religious differences are not an obstacle, they're a strength, can really change their whole worldview and their whole mindset.
Sometimes diversity brings challenges, especially in the court system in terms of the number of languages that are spoken here in our community. One of the reasons that we brought in a court interpreter is to allow the students to know the number of jobs that would be available to them. One of the most sought after jobs, one of the hardest jobs to fill in the legal system here in Bowling Green is an interpreter.
Well, I guess the main change was it opened my mind to different jobs I can do if I speak another language, which is also something I take for granted every day, but I'm glad that Bowling Green holds at least 2 languages that we can learn to open doors for jobs and careers that we've seen today.
Across our district, there are 51 languages spoken. It is magnificent to see just their stories and what they come from. So to be able to then show them how they could use that language in a different way really sparked a lot of interest.
Every day they're asking me, when is our next meeting? When are we going to do that again? Oh, I can't wait until. I want to be an attorney. I want to be a police officer. So some of them are excited about it. Just again, being exposed to and listening to the different people speak about their careers and their jobs.
We really enjoy what we do. Whether or not you are a lawyer, whether or not you're a paralegal, whether or not you're a law enforcement officer, all of those individuals are very excited about what they do and the lives they impact on a daily basis.
The attorneys, like, I love how they love their job. Like, most people, they're like, no, I wouldn't do that, too much school. I mean, I had that thought once and I thought about it, but now, like, I've seen it. They all said that it's experiencing, like, every day is a new different thing. It's worth it. I mean, I'm one person in this big old world, but still I expect to help change everything that I can. I mean, it's just like the workers here, there's just like so much determination. I want to be on that level in my life where I don't really care about the school. I'm worrying about my future and other people's future as well.
You know, you can complain about the system as much as you want, but the best way to address those complaints is to get involved yourself and to try to change things. And that's one of the major goals of our program, is to try to convey that message to the students that the best way to change the system is to get involved yourself and do it.
This is something you can do, that you would be able to be the Chief Justice of this state or this nation.
I would love for the long-term goal of this project to be that the conversations are not as needed because it's something that we already embrace day in and day out.
I think seeing the diversity makes it a possibility for anybody, regardless of what you look like, from where you come from. It does not matter.
They've been very flexible, they've been open to ideas, and I think that gives us a level of comfort too, because then we're able to go in and really think about how we can do the best we can for the sake of our students and long term for our community.
We're only going to be able to do our best work if we can relate to one another and respect one another. And I think that opening the conversation to discuss diversity, to make our law firm recognized as a leader in the field of diversity, lets people from all walks of life know that they're welcome here at ELPO.